Bum bum bum. Bum bum. Okay. Okay, everything's working. I'm live. Okay. Yeah. Now. Um. Okay, so I guess there's nothing to say because there's nobody here yet. So please write something in the chat. You know, if something doesn't work or the sound doesn't work or something's too loud or whatever. The first one who's gonna write something in the chat is gonna get the sound effect. So, is there doubling of my voice? Can you hear my voice in double, or is it? I think I should turn off this monitor so that there's no, because I'm afraid that there's gonna be the double of the noise. Voice. Procster says yes. Yes to what? Is it fine? Okay. This is for you, this sound effect here. Good morning. Good morning, Vital. Vital, ne Vital. So one thing about me, I have almost zero experience reading nicknames in English, so my pronunciation will be what it will be. So
oh no, not another one.
okay, so now you might be wondering, what am I doing today? Well, I'm going to be yeah, I'm going to try to create some art today. Okay, now I will make this music a bit not so loud. So that you can hear it the way I hear it. Yeah. So if you have any suggestions during this stream, please write them, because you know it's gonna give me ideas what to do. So yeah. Now, if I look at this object on my screen, so this is the thing I'm gonna be starting with today. And you know, I don't know if there's much to say about this one. It's a skateboarding tool. It's used to fix your bolts on a skateboard, and I think there's a part missing here, because over here there should be this there's this kind of not screwdriver, but something like this, so that, and it goes in here, and it's missing. So this is not full potential. This skateboarding tool's potential is not really full. Okay, so yeah, whatever. But I'm still going to be using this, so yeah. Now, first of all, I think I want to change the color of this, because this color is not really natural. There's one on my desk, actually, in my room here, which is, this part is black, and this part is like metal. So I'm gonna change the color of this. Yeah, I'm gonna create materials for those, and let me just quickly do that. I'm gonna choose here iron, for example, right? And if I go in this polygon mode and double click this, I think if you double click here, it selects everything that's connected to this. So, oh, let me just enable these shortcuts so you can see what I'm pressing if you have any questions about those. So yeah, now I will, what was I saying? Yeah, if you double click somewhere, it's gonna select the parts which are connected, and that's really useful just because in this case it's kind of lucky that on this object it's already separated, because let me just try to see if I can test what I mean. I'll try to create something that's connected, really. And if I drag this down, and now I'll copy it out, and now if I well, yeah, that's, I think that's the correct way of looking at it. Okay, so now I'm gonna add this material to these parts here. Hold on Shift, and I think this is gonna be iron. That's so now I can't see a big difference here, and why is that? I don't know, really. Let me create a sky, not a dome light, so that maybe it looks, I don't know, it looks better. Is this art? There are no responses in the chat, so I will probably just decide that it's not art yet, okay? So if there's I will make a poll here. Actually, I can see that there are 2 people watching this, so please don't leave before I make this poll here. Is this art? Ask your community. I press the button, okay? I only watch. So I don't see the poll anywhere. So where can I see the results? I don't know where can I see the results. You know, you are the original gangster, you know, of this stream, because this is the stream number 1 for me. I named this stream "Is This Art?" and this is stream number 1. And when this is going to be popular in the world, like millions of people are going to watch this, you will be able to say to you yourself and your children that, you know, I was the first one. I was the first one, not the first one, the second one actually, but you know. So I still can't see any any answers here. Okay, whatever. Let's just hope that this yeah, let's just hope that the time will solve this problem. Not problem, but question. Okay, and I'm gonna add this one to the middle part here. And actually I think I need to also select all of these material, all of these things here. Actually, there's something going on that I don't want to. Let me check this one and do this again. Okay. Hold down Shift and drag this on and change this one to black. And now this looks more like the one I have in real life. And if I change this to lower so that the ground is not messing with my view here. Yeah, okay. And the roughness of this material is, I think it's not as reflective in real life. Maybe it is. Oh, this looks terrible, actually. This looks terrible. What's going on here, man? Doesn't look as good as before, right? And I think I will have to put a link in the description where I got this, because I think there is skateboard tool, and please close question. I don't think now the subject is art. Okay, but you should vote, and then I will be able to close. If you say no, then I will I will press end poll. So because that's that's easier to, and it's kind of playing by the rules. Okay. So okay, skateboard tool, and I think there was this yeah, here it is, and you can download this for free and use it. I think it says that you're free to share, copy, register, license, Canada under following terms, and you must give appropriate credit, provide a link, blah blah blah, and indicate if change limit. You may do so. Okay, so I think I can. So for now, I'm just gonna put this. So where's the description? Stuff I use. Okay, and this one is stuff I use, and this one is going to be stuff I used, maybe, or use. Change this to number 1. Yeah. So how can I tell how many people are watching? Because it doesn't. Is this one the number 3, or what? Skateboard render, nice. I can only see blue rectangle. Oh yes, so somebody voted that it is art. Well, actually, I was thinking when people are gonna vote that it is art, then I'm gonna end the stream and I'm gonna post this on my Instagram. So there's 1 vote for that it is art, and there's 0 for no. So, but it seems like I should wait for a bit. I should wait for a bit more, right? Okay, now, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for, let's say, 5 votes. Like 5 votes, and then if people are gonna say that this is art, then I'm gonna post it on my Instagram and Twitter. And by the way, I think if you can see over here, yeah, there's this Mr. Anderson 1. This is my Twitter and Instagram, and I'm gonna put this one, whatever I'm gonna make today, I'm gonna put this on my Instagram and Twitter, actually. And yeah. So if you have any suggestions for what you think is necessary in this scene here, you can write them in the comments, and I'm gonna read them. And yeah. So you see this white part here? I like to turn this off. This is the sky, and it kind of shows you. I think it shows you the direction of the sky itself, of the sun itself, and it shows that it's shining in this direction. And yeah, it's probably true, but I find that I don't care most of the time. I really don't care. I just look at the render, and I can see from where's the sky. I can see that where's the sun. Okay, so I don't know why I'm actually, I lost my train of thought there. So, yeah. Now, I'm still not sure how many people are watching. I'm still not sure. So now, is it 2 or is it 4? Well, I guess it's 4. Okay. So I'm gonna stop with this. This is the first stream, so this I'm not educated in this, so that's not funny nor interesting. So okay, now how can I make this into art? So let me try to create a ground here. Okay, a plane. So this actually looks a bit like a cross. This tool, skateboarding tool, and I wonder what would happen if I would just isn't this too small? If I take a figure, this is, yeah, it's definitely too small. I should increase the size of this, because usually in programs like this, in Cinema 4D in this case, it's usually better to keep everything in their kind of what's the right name in English? Just the scale, because especially with simulations and lights and whatever, and scattering and subsurface scattering and materials, yeah, it's important to keep everything in scale. And so yeah, I think this is right about the size of this tool that it should be. So now if I put this again at the center, I usually like to put things at the center and put it down. Let me just check if anybody voted here. So yes, so 3 people have voted that this is art and 0 people have voted that it's not art. So, you know, who am I to judge, right? If people say that this is art, then it is, you know. As Ron Swanson said from Parks and Recreation, it's art. Anything is anything. So, you know, that's always something I like to remember. Yeah, I have sound effects also. Now, what I will try to do here is I'm gonna make this smaller. I'm gonna add a material to this plane, and you know, I would like to make this into ground, but I'm not sure exactly how to create a ground texture really, because is this the material? Yeah, this is the one. Because, well, I'm pretty. Let me just try to just very primitively change it to brown, and obviously this is not really, this is not great. Okay, this is not great. So, you know, usually, let me change this to nodes. And usually when something's not looking very realistic, what I try to do is I try to introduce some noise into the whole thing. So let me add this displacer here. Hold down Shift, and let me change this to noise, and let me actually change this to increase the segments. I always like to increase the segments of things because it's kind of satisfying, you know. That's one of the great things about working with geometry. Okay, so this actually looks a lot better now. Maybe use some Quixel textures. I actually haven't used them ever. Are they like well, yeah, those are they for free or what? Because, well, yeah, it's is it like the mega scans where people scan the ground, for example, and then they create a texture from the scan, from the photogrammetry scan, or actually, I'm gonna end the poll right now, and then I'm gonna ask the question again later. so that people can say that, because then you can change your vote, and you can say that that it's oh yeah, the poll shows now here. I've heard about these Quixel textures, but I haven't used them myself, so yeah. And now I will search for Maxon noise, as I usually do. And let me search for a bump map and put this in and add this to the bump map. And now I think I should be able to see something, but it's too big. Change the size of this. If I zoom in, you can see that it kind of looks like ground, but it's, if you zoom in, it's pretty bad. So let me try to add this reflection back here. That's too much. Why does it look terrible here? Maybe the bump map is too big. Now this is messing up with the render time. It's kind of, it seems like this bump map is, I don't know, it's the reflection or? Oh, yeah, it is the reflection. But you know, maybe something like this. Well, this is a bit better than before, but it's still a bit weird. For Epic Games account user, the free assets, try it later. Quixel is a founder of Photogrammetry. You mean that they do make their textures from Photogrammetry, right? Okay. So the Epic Games account, is it something connected to like making games with Unity or Unreal Engine and then they give assets? Because I have worked in Unity and it's pretty good. I like it. But I'm a noob there. Okay, now Unreal Engine. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about Unity and Unreal Engine for a long time, and I was like watching all kinds of videos and comparing them and seeing which one's better. And I still actually haven't decided, because the general idea is kind of that Unity is more for smaller games and Unreal Engine is for more graphically like beautiful games. And but is this true? Because some of the videos said that you can push the graphics in Unity just as good as in Unreal Engine, especially in the last something kind of a update. There was a video when the graphics were very good. It's free if you render it in Unreal. If it's not, it's based on the. Well, yeah, okay. Actually, you know what? I haven't told maybe this to many of my viewers, but this is actually my account here in Sketchfab, and what I do, this is real Mr. Anderson models, and me and my friend travel a lot in Latvia, and we scan buildings using cameras and drones. For example, this one is with a camera, this one's with a camera, this one's with a camera. This one's with a drone and a camera. So most of them, of course, are for you have to pay to download them, but many of them are for free. Let me just find which ones are for free. For example, yeah, this one, for example, I think I made a tutorial about this. So yeah, and you know, in Latvia you can find some really interesting things. For example, this one. This is one of my favorite things we have found. There was just this Mercedes car, and we scanned it. Yeah, it looks, you know, it looks really good. It's interesting. There was a building here where I think there was a guy, a mechanic there, and he had cars all over here, and this was like a, I don't know, like a graveyard stone or something like this. So yeah. Now, let me just go back to the stream and continue doing this, because I was thinking that I'm gonna do this for 1 hour and then I'm gonna just end it. So I think it's already 20 minutes. So now let me put this in the ground, because it looks a little bit like a cross, you know. And what if I duplicate them, these skateboarding tools? Again, I think there was another stream where I made crosses. Something's with the crosses, you know. Actually, this is a bad way to do it. Let me, there's a better way, just a cloner. It's almost always better to use a cloner than to move things with your hand. So, let me just go back to this. So this looks a little bit like graveyard, you know? Is this art? Is this art? I don't know. You know, I'm not an artist. I'm just an art genius. So... okay, now... let me just look at this for a second. There probably should be some grass here, right? So I will I want to create a selection on this plane here, and for that I need to take this correction deformer, I think, and go in this point mode. So now, is this gonna affect it before the displacer or after the displacer? I don't know. Oh, now it's after. Okay. You can learn while streaming, right? Quixelbridge, Martin. Sorry, but it's free text for some software. Yeah, I saw this video where this guy was saying that you can do both, but it still kind of feels like Unreal Engine is more, it's more to get the graphics. And I was really surprised when I learned that people are creating shorts, like movies, like short movies animated with Unreal Engine. And in Cinema 4D, actually, when I want to have some simulations or character animations, it seems like it would be better to use a game engine like that, because you can, you know, you can move the characters more easily. And I don't know how to simulate, for example, when someone punches another, like a character. I think it's much easier to create that animation in Unity or Unreal Engine than in Cinema 4D, just because of the physics you can just apply to that. Thugmaster says hi.
Oh no, not enough.
They see me.
Hi. Okay, so now what I wanted to do here, yeah, I wanted to select all of this and add hair. And of course this is gonna, so this actually, there's a risk that it's gonna crash, because sometimes when I add hair, Cinema 4D just doesn't like Redshift and Cinema 4D, Redshift and hair. Not always, but you know, sometimes it doesn't really, you know, doesn't feel like rendering this. Okay, it's already freezing for me. So I'll probably have to turn off this before I make any changes here. Usually a good idea to do that, yeah. Now let me change this to green. Follow my own advice in one tutorial I made and change this to 15. And maybe even this one up, and here 15. Yeah, for streaming it's a bit sad that I can't look at the things faster. Okay, this actually looks pretty interesting, This looks interesting. Now, okay, the question of course is, again, is this art? You have a question, okay. Ask it. You can easily ask the questions, you can ask anything, Is this art? I'm gonna ask you in the meanwhile. Is this art? Okay, so let me just see your answers here before because as I said before, I'm gonna how do I extrude a simple photo to Cinema 4D? What do you mean extrude? Okay, so this is art. Okay, one person says this is art. Do you mean like extrude, like for example when you create this this rectangle and then you take this extrude like this? Or do you mean something else? I want the logo to look 3D. Okay. Now, as I understand this, you have to have your logo in, for example, if your logo is a star and you make this in Illustrator, you have these lines, then you can do it this way. You can import it. I think you can just drag in your Illustrator file or something like that. I had some icons on my desktop here, so let me try to random icon. Let me try to use this one. No, this is not working. So you need to have I don't have anything at the moment, so I can't really show you, but yeah, you can drag your Illustrator file like this, and then you can use the extrude, and then it's gonna be extruded. Yeah, but I think you have to change the colors yourself. I'm not sure. I haven't done this myself very much. Oh, you have PNG. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, I think, because PNG is gonna be it's just gonna well, for example, there's this CV Plane Smart here, and if I think you can load a PNG image, for example this one, or can you? I don't know. No, you can't. So yeah, PNG images are hard. You have to convert them to the vector graphics. Yeah, and then you can maybe you can search on the internet PNG to vector, and then maybe there are some places which can convert that for you if you don't have AI or Photoshop. Okay, so I feel like this looks like a graveyard a bit, right? And in art, anything is anything. And I think I have to change this amount of hairs to 5,000 because it's loading too slowly for me. And maybe even the segments to 4. And Okay, now it seems like there's too little of these. Okay, if I play the animation, they kind of fall down, and they look weird, right? They look weird. But you know, maybe this is art. You know, people. There's one vote that it is art. In Illustrator, you can convert. Okay, sir, got it. Well, what are you making right now? You know, you tell me. You know, you tell me. What am I making? I started out with this object here, and now I'm here. Okay, and I'm gonna be posting this on my Instagram and Twitter, which is at Mr. Anderson1. You can see on here. So yeah. Basically, you know, I'm making art. You know, I'm creating some art here. I think maybe 3 is gonna be enough. Yeah, now this looks already a bit better. So, make waterfall from tools to earth. Yes, it's art. Yeah. Make waterfall from tools to earth. Science trial coming up. Okay. Yeah, you can install a trial version, and it's actually, I think you can get Illustrator and Photoshop for 1 month at least for free. I don't know, but you should be able to get, yeah. Just do a Google search, you know. There's this golden rule that you should always do 1 minute Google search for everything you have a problem, because just 1 minute can answer a lot for you. A lot. Make waterfall from tools to earth. Actually, you know, I'm gonna take that suggestion, and I'm gonna do this, because I have this Xparticles plugin, and it's actually very easy to do in my mind actually right now. And yeah, that's a good suggestion. So let me change this to 0.1 maybe, because these tools, they look like they are no, this is too not enough right now. Okay, let me I've never understood how this cloning works, because I'm afraid to do it, because if I remember it will crash if I use this. It has crashed before for me. Is it more? Is the grass more here now? Okay, let's say it's 5. It doesn't... Okay, it's cloning, but is it better for the... Is it better than to use this than to simply increase the count of this? And also, I have a question. Why are they all like this weird, in this weird pattern? Oh, it's probably because the ground is like this. Okay. Now let me do one thing here. Let me just change the sun to something like this, so that it looks like there's the sun is going down and coming up. I think it's coming up right now. Okay. So Sema4D froze for a moment. You know, I would like there to be the sun so that it's shining in this way. So this looks this looks a bit deeper. How will you gonna make the soil displacement and texture? Well, I'm not gonna maybe touch the soil anymore because it's kind of hidden in the grass right now. Let me add this random effector and disable this and make them just randomly turn around. Actually, maybe this could be an animation like this. You know, you can look at this and you can think, well, what does this mean? Why are these tools in the ground, you know? Is this something to is this saying something about our society? You know? Is this society, is it the society's fault that this has happened? You know, art is just, you know, it can, it's you know, anything is anything really. So you know, you're suggesting that there should be there should be water coming from the sides of the tools, right? And in art, for example, what I see all around, it's very important that there's blood somewhere, you know? Because if for example, there was not coming water out of these, of the sides of this tool here, that would be just, you know, it's water, it's kind of, you know, it looks good. But if there's blood coming out or red water, if you look at it, you're gonna think, wow, there's a deeper meaning, you know, there's some, what is he trying to say? What is he trying to say? And, you know, I think I should make it so that there's water coming out, but it's red. It's red. Yeah, a lot of good ideas here today, you know. That's why I liked listening to the chat, because there's a lot of good ideas there. Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. What's your PC characters? You mean, what's the, like, what's my PC like? What's the, I can write this DX, I think, yeah. And, I think there's something here. Yeah, RAM is GeForce RTX, and, I can't show you the full specifics right now, but yeah, the graphics card is this one, and memory is 32, and yeah, it's okay. It's not like the best one, but it's also not the slowest one. So yeah. Now I would love this to, you know, I got a feeling that it should look more like a grave. These tools should look more like a grave, like a graveyard, so that, because it already looks like they are like these crosses in a graveyard. So if it, or maybe it's enough, you know. You know, I am using these low amount of hairs because I'm afraid that the render is going to be long, but it's really looks bad if I do that. It looks like really worse. Very easy to see that it looks worse. Okay. Okay, thickness is, let me change this to 0.5, and it's not good to change it while your render is active because it's gonna lag and you can't. And now you change it and then you render it. Yeah, this already looks better. Maybe I can change now, I can change the length to 2.5. But now, the problem is that they are falling too close to the ground, and I don't want that. So let me go in here and change it to yeah, I'm not sure how to change that. Maybe you have any. Also do a day and night cycle. Yeah, of course, day and night cycle, some bats and bright moon. Day and night cycle, you know, when you is this art, it's okay, it's again 3 to 0, so that so judging from the polls on my channel, it seems like everything I have made so far is art. So yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for the votes. Yeah, the day and night cycle is pretty interesting because if I animate it, like, let's say, oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'm gonna change this to 2 if I can, and now it's not gonna fall as far or close to the ground. Yeah, this is much better. And now there is this, I think set hair, or was it store? No. How can you store the hair selection here? There was this hair edit, set roots, yeah. So now it's, no. Is it working or is it not working? Does anyone know how to do this? How can I make it set initial state? Okay. So now I have to make them fall, and then I have to set initial state. And now they are at this state initially. Okay, very good. Very good. Very, very good, yeah. Do water come into blood coming out? Yeah, that's a good idea, you know. That's a good idea. Water coming in day and do blood coming. That's a very, you know, that's a very logical conclusion to this, you know. That's a very logical step that of course there's going to be water coming out at day and blood coming out at night. Okay? And this is coming out from the skateboard tools, you know. So who knows what this means? You know, art is deep and artists are deep, and you know, they are like society, you know, society. It will this artwork, you know, it will tell a lot about society, you know. Let me just move them a bit closer, maybe. Now, okay, so I'm gonna change the sky. So the cycle, I think in Redshift, if you're doing this, yeah, you kind of have to do it like this, or does it have to be over here? Maybe on the right side. Yeah, I think this is gonna be okay. Now, it's very easy to create this cycle. You simply create a keyframe here, and at the end you, I think you type in plus 360, and if you go in the timeline, you just have to click this one, so it's not, so there's no easing there. So it's just linear motion here. Yeah. And now, if I play the animation, you will see that it should be. Sometimes it helps for the render view if you enable this one. You know what's interesting? That this works right now. But the problem here is that it goes dark and it's like 12. How many frames it's dark? It's like 10 frames dark. So that's just waste of time, you know? Just waste of time. So there should be a way how to avoid that, and I think that I could do it by so I want only one frame to be dark. Let me try to do it so that this one is closer, so that it's dark and it's immediately lighter. Yeah, this is okay, but I think I have to move it closer now also to here and change this to 48. You know, the broken skateboard idea that you write, I'm gonna reject that, but just because there's already these tools here, and if there's also a skateboard, I think it's gonna kind of make this not as deep. Okay, so there's a question now, what are these tools doing here? And if there's a skateboard, then you might think that, oh yeah, it's about a skateboarding and whatever. But if there's only these tools, I think it leaves more questions. I think it leaves more questions. Okay, so there's going to be this day and night cycle. Okay, this actually looks, I'm surprised that it looks okay in a stream. Let me just look for this for a moment. In the end, I think I should increase the amount of grass here. For example, 2 times more. Just for now, it just takes longer time to render, and that's why I don't want to do this. But yeah, of course, it's better to have more grass than to have less grass. But actually now, I don't think it looks better where there's more glass. I think it's too shiny. Let me try to change this to 7%, for example. If I press this too much, I think my stream might get demonetized. But it's not monetized anyway right now, so whatever, right? Okay, I think it looks better. It looked better when it was this amount. Or was it higher? You know what I don't like? They look too similar. They all look too similar, okay? And I think the thickness, it needs to be variation 0.15. So now it shouldn't look so similar. Yeah, that works. At least I think it does. Okay, now I'm actually... So the last thing I need to do here is maybe to add some mountains in the some landscape there, so that it's like somewhere over here and it looks a bit bigger, right? Yeah, something like this, and add this material to it. Maybe okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I think I need to see how this looks if I add this. Where's the focus distance? Why is it so far? Let me create an object for this to focus on. Drag this in here. Click this one so that the camera focuses on this cube. Yeah, about the moon, I don't know how to create the moon, really. I would have to find, I don't know, an HDRI for the sky. There's a moon. Yeah, I don't know. That might be too hard, and I don't have as much time as I need to create the moon. Maybe next time you can remind me to create about the moon. Maybe I'll think about the moon after this stream. So now these skateboarding tools, they are okay, so now it's finally, I think it's time to make some water come out of them, okay? So the problem here, what I see is that the water needs to come out of all of them, or just one. Maybe I will just do one, because I think it's too hard to make the water come out from all of them, just because of the time limits that I have now and computer power limits. So I will take this, I will create this emitter, and I think that it should be a lot smaller, something like a circle. Yeah, I will move it to the side. So yeah, something like here. And so I will move this here so that it comes out from the side. There's going to be questions, you know. There's going to be questions about, oh, is this art? You know, what does this mean? What does this mean, man? Are you commenting on our society, man? Are you creating some, you know, some... Why did this become brighter? Oh, it's because the sun was up. Okay. Okay, it's because the sun was up, man. And this doesn't look like water, right? Right now. Oh, and actually, I will probably have to... Oh, no, I won't. I won't. Can you add some blood on the grass and ground? I don't... For now, it's... I have only... So how much time has passed? Oh, it's already an hour. It's already an hour. Time flies, you know. Time flies when you're creating deep art, man. Time flies. So now, no, for this stream, no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this flow, and then I'm gonna just follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'm gonna put this on there, and we can see if people, the followers that I have, if they also think that this is art, right? Because if people don't pay big money for it, it's not art. So gravity, I think I should add a gravity here. The gravity is too strong, or it's not too strong. In X particles, there's these interesting things where you have to add this, I think, this fluid FX, and then the fluid should be, normally you should add a collider here, and this fluid should it should collide, but there's something weird going on. In these simulations, it's very hard to tell what's the problem sometimes, Maybe the problem is the hair in this case. Is it? No, maybe the displacement. Maybe the bounce. Yeah, maybe with the bounce. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, it was the bounce. This actually looks very interesting, Yeah, next time, keep those suggestions, I will try to, go through them. And in this case, if water is coming out from this side, why is it falling down instantly? Why is there no speed there? Emission speed. Okay, this is too much. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking, man. So for this one, it's very similar than it was with hair. I will check the simulate, and I think you have to go in here and set state. Yeah. And now it's gonna start from here, okay? And now you can't see anything yet, right? And why is that? Well, it's very simple. It's very simple. The reason why you can't see anything. The grass is really, it's just bad. It's just bad. Doesn't look real. Whatever, it's art. So for now, I'm just gonna say whatever. Hello. I'm really afraid to read your name because I'm 100% certain I'm not gonna read it right. So I'm just gonna say whatever I see. It's Sahil Beg. So hello, yeah. Good night, everyone. Greetings from Brazil. Only with this time difference talking being, this time zone difference talking being. I don't understand. What do you mean? Like it's Is it like at a very different time zone? Is it, for me, it's more morning here. For me, it's morning, and is it night for you? This is actually, I think, the first time that I speak to people on the, for example, from Brazil. That's yeah, it's a great feeling that you can do that using internet. 4:30. Art is art. The best way to describe it. Yeah. As I said, Ron Swanson, art, anything is anything. The best way to describe it. Thugmaster, mine is one. It's at night? Once, or is it the day? PM is day? Yeah, it's probably day. Okay, let me just get back to this because it's getting too... this art is not gonna make itself, you know? And you might be wondering, why is there nothing here, okay? Well, the reason why there's nothing there is just because in XParticles you need to take this generator, this mesher, for example, and I think you need to drag in this emitter here. And now it should start. Oh yeah, here it is. This is gonna look terrible, you know? Just because I'm not really, I'm not the best. And there's... this looks terrible, you know? And it flies around, you know? But art is art, you know? Art is art. And you can't really judge art, because if it looks terrible, you can say, you know, but you don't really understand, man. You don't really understand. So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna add this material and I'm gonna choose water. Okay? And now this water, it actually hides a lot of the problems in the animation itself, because water, it's just like, it's let me look at what's going on here. Again, there's this bounce, and what's going on? What's going on, man? Hello, is this gay? Okay, let me just create a poll here. Is this gay? I don't know what's going on here, you know? I really don't. There's some weird bouncing going on. Maybe this fluid effects is shit. Yeah. It's too fast. Maybe it's too fast. You know what I'm gonna write here? I think it needs to be said. It doesn't really need to be said, but I think it needs to be said, you know? I'm gonna take this text and I'm gonna write society. Nah, not society, but society, okay? And I'll take this, put this somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the ground. Yeah. So I think this makes this even more like art. Yes. Okay. Hello from Russia. Hello, Alexander Rybin. I really hope that I pronounce those names correctly. I don't know if you already said, but what is this for? So this is, you know, for enlightening society. That's just what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna post this on my Instagram and we'll see how you know, this art enlightens society, you know. The gravity is too much, I guess. Maybe, but you know why I'm not gonna change it? Because now the grass hides. You see, there's all sorts of problems here. Because if I disable this hair, you can see that this doesn't look very... Actually, this grass, I think this grass is bad. You know, because without the grass, it kind of looks... It looks better without the grass. It's like... It looks deeper, you know? I think it looks deeper. But when the sun is up, it looks terrible. 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 You know what I'm gonna try? I think I'm gonna try to make the animation a bit different, so that the sun goes maybe in... Because I like how it looks when it's dark, you know, because it kind of hides all the imperfections of the bad CG. But now when the sun comes up, it looks... I don't know, it looks... Looks like you can read Russian. Yeah, I can. Of course, I'm from Latvia, and the Russian is here. There's a lot of Russian language around. So I know Russian. I speak Russian like, you know, at 15%, but I can understand Russian at something like 50%. I think that the sun and the grass gives a happy feeling. You know, but in art, it's not really good to be happy. You know, it should be sad. It should be like deep and sad. Or maybe it should be happy. Actually, I don't know. You know, I will ask the chat now. Is the game no, yes, 6 votes? Okay, it's like 4 votes for yes and 2 was for no. Okay, this is... I'm gonna end this one. I saw... It's so good that there's this poll, because I was always, when I was streaming on my other channel, I was really... I wanted to have polls. So, is art... No, art is happy, sad, should be. Art should be. So let's see. Should it be happy or should it be sad? Okay, 0 votes. Let's give this time, okay? Let's give this time. You know, maybe you're right, maybe the gravity is... I don't like changing the gravity, but you know, if it's too much, it's too much. I don't want to kind of skip the idea of having the sun here, but I really like how this looks when it's dark. You know, I think it looks deeper. You know, it looks a lot deeper. So this is going to be on my Instagram no matter what. So if there's if there's some stupid ideas that come up in the stream and I choose to listen to them, you know, it's gonna be on my Instagram. So I'm gonna have to... My image is gonna be, you know, impacted by these decisions here. Yeah. Sadness does not give more value to art. It's funny that it's 50-50, you know. I was expecting that it's gonna be 50-50. Sadness does not give more value to art. a depression guy would say art should be happy. Depression guy sounds like uh, sounds like a nickname in Counter-Strike. Well, there's impressionism and there's expressionism. You know, I don't know. I'm not a genius. I'm not an artist, and I'm also not very smart. So I'm not sure what impressionism and expressionism is. Sadness does not give more value to art. I don't. It's That's probably true, but sometimes when I see, some paintings and people are just, I guess it depends on who sees this. This image looks like typical art from Foundation main page. This is 100%. This is the comment I was waiting for. It's so. This makes me so happy. This comment. I don't think I can explain it much further, but this makes me so happy because, I think I have this astronaut on my desktop, and I think okay, Sim 4D crashed. You know what happens when you add astronauts to your art? Sim 4D crashes. So, yeah, let me just add it again. Yeah, I was just gonna say that if you add an astronaut to this scene, it's gonna be even more like typical art from Foundation main page. So, if the minting cost wasn't too much, I would really love to. If it's like what, it's like $30 or something like that right now. If it's $5, I would put this on Foundation. Of course, it would be embarrassing that people would ignore it, but if it got to the front page, it would be so funny. It would be so funny. I would be happy for 1 week straight. 1 week straight. Yeah. So let me try again to add this astronaut, because this file, I know for a fact that this crashes, because I just remembered that I was using it before and it crashed Cinema 4D. And this one also crashes Cinema 4D for me. Okay, whatever. So, skulls and astronauts, that's so funny. That's so funny because I was just I don't remember which day it was, but I was looking at some art on Foundation, and there was this astronaut, and his helmet was open, and his skull was inside, and there was all kinds of flowers around, and I don't really have much comments about it. It's just that I guess that's art. I guess that's art. So that's what. If Cinema 4D wouldn't crash for me right now, I would add an astronaut over here, and it would be, I guess it would be, good art. And these skulls, and of course some of them are really, some of the skulls, I saw there's this kind of like a king skulls with golden color around, and those are quite interesting to look at, but the amount of skulls in Foundation and astronauts, it's just funny. Is S24 version worth installing? I think it is, yeah, of course. I don't know, this is S24, so I think I can add a skull here, but it's already a graveyard. I'm afraid I'm gonna, change this. There's gonna be too much of the skull. Maybe next time, yeah. Maybe next time. If you can't use astronaut, then add astronaut helmet only. I don't have a helmet either. Астронавтам слишком дофига везде и всюду. Да. Да. It's a meme. The astronauts are a meme. 6 votes, 50-50. Okay. Okay, this artwork is also gonna be 50-50. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna delete this animation that I have for now here, but I'm not gonna delete it entirely, okay? I'm gonna take this sky and gonna turn it around, but I like the way it looks over here, okay? You know, it's funny that the astronauts are everywhere, but you know, you have to remember that those artworks are selling, you know? It's not it's not like, it's a very interesting situation, you know? That's one of the most interesting things in the world, what gives value to things. Okay? Yeah, I think it's very funny and interesting. Let me try to add a light, just because it's okay, so I'm gonna leave the grass, maybe, because it's 50-50, sad and happy. Oh, now happiness is winning. Okay. Just default from Sergey. Hello from Serbia. Hello. Hello from Latvia. Does Studio. Do you mean the skull? Default from Does Studio should also work. Or do you mean the guy, the figure? I was using Does Studio. I was Joe Biden's head. I was putting his face on and it was generating his model, and it looked beyond creepy. It was the worst thing I've ever seen, I think, how it turned out. So I closed it. I closed the program, and I think I deleted it after that. I know. I'm not sure if those moments are connected, but I did delete the Daz Studio. Yeah. You know, I like Sketchfab, so let me search for astronaut. Just a helmet, okay. Oh, here it is. And this one's for free. And it has an animation. So what's the animation? Okay, it's closing and it's opening. No, it's just closing. It's kind of, I don't know. It looks kind of weird. But you know, let me just try to use this one. I think I will have to also astronaut helmet is licensed under this attribution. I think that if the button is here, I should be safe to put this. Yeah, this one. This can be fine. Why is it opening it? I don't understand one thing about Sketchfab. Maybe if there's someone who is much smarter than me and can tell me, why are the... Oh no, it's... Oh, in this case it's not like this. Okay, whatever. So if I drag in this helmet, I'm gonna use my channel to become more knowledgeable. And if I drag it in here, I think you will see that the materials or textures are not... Oh, they actually are working. So it's very interesting because almost 99% of the time it doesn't work for me. And now it works. Now it works. Okay, so now we can get back to the deep art here. Okay, so what should happen with this head? Should it be just in somewhere over here so that it's just the artwork is instantly deeper, just because there's this astronaut like head? You know, the people who are going to see this image, they're not going to be able to tell what is this. It kind of looks like one of the America's president's wig of an American president. So, but we will know what this is. We will know that this artwork is instantly more valuable because of it. We will know it. Yeah. Okay. Put the society on the ground and the water is falling on the text. Also rotate the text flat. I don't know how to say. Yeah, I understand. You want it to be on the ground, right? I like the lessons on your channel. They are very useful. All students start to repeat in order to learn. Oh, thanks. Very good. That can give some pretty good results. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it's bad results. It was really great because it was the only program that did this. So it was good, but it's just, I didn't mean to say that it's bad results. It was just so creepy and funny, and I closed it. Yeah, Daz is still the #1 program I think of when I think that I need to create something, like create some human forms and then use them. You know why I'm not gonna... You want the society to be something like this? You know, there's too much stuff here. I think it's enough. There's too much stuff here, you know. And great art, it's simple, you know. It's very simple, you know. You just maybe, you know, I could just zoom into this part here, and maybe this could be the image, you know. And no one would know that there's this this text society, but we would know it, you know. We would know it. I want people to be able to tell what's written here. Okay. I think this material is shit. This one. Yeah, it's shit. I think another material will be much better. And let me change this to glass. Either glass or just a regular plastic but black. Yeah, that's much better. Actually, you know, I'm gonna hide it a little more. Yeah, maybe even smaller, so that it doesn't like interfere with all this composition here. So just to add some more value to this art. Okay. Yeah. And so about the sky. I don't want the sun to come up this way just because it kind of weirdly, it's very weird. Oh, I can do it this way. Okay. It's interesting that the sun doesn't come all the way up, that's exactly what I wanted. I actually didn't know that it's gonna be this way. Maybe even higher. Yeah, this is gonna be good. So keyframe here and a keyframe here. Plus 360. Oh, there's this animation. I don't need that. Please show us how to create clean outlines for 2D animations. Please, every time I sketch and tune, there's so many. Yeah, you know, it's a problem because I don't think you can do that. There are some in Redshift. The people at Redshift, they are working for some great like outlines, and you should look into these ones because those are pretty. I think this is the way to go, because this one, this was the way I learned to do this in Cinema 4D using this from this iDesign, and it's good for static images, but when I have animations, then as you said, they very simply change all around, you know. They change and they appear and disappear and it's glitchy. Yeah, I know what you mean. So I would suggest you learn something about this, these Redshift sketch and tune materials. And there's very clever ways they do this. There's this there's interesting node materials which they kind of paint the color on the edge, and I think I can try to show it to you if it's fast enough here. For example, I have this figure, and I'll create this guy, and I will create this material and put this on the figure, and if I go in this nodes so I can see better and zoom in here, let me just search for this curvature, and so as you can see, it kind of finds these edges, and I'm not sure exactly how this works, but what you can do is I think you can somehow you can change these settings here, and you can get edges. Okay, you can. I don't know why this edge is not shown here. Maybe it's not showing edges, but it's showing the parts which are there's the most curvature. So I'm not sure how they get outlines over here. Maybe it's something to do with the camera or something like that. Yeah, I don't know why, but the volume of your voice is low on my device. Maybe it's low on everyone's devices. I don't know. I haven't been hearing my voice in the stream. Okay, so it's time for me to finish this. Now, let me just get back to this and go in this timeline work layout or whatever. I think I created it some time ago. And if I play the animation, this is going to be really slow. And there are two reasons for that. First is that this emitter is probably emitting, and also this hair, there's dynamics on it, and I don't want that. I don't care about it. And yeah, now it's, you know, yeah, the hair was it was the hair's fault. So I'll do the trick I did before, that I just take this and yeah, I'll make a keyframe here, and also here. And now I'll move them closer. Well, this looks interesting. Yeah. Just so there's no black, you know, because the black part is just uninteresting, right? There's nothing of interest in this black frame. And maybe change this to 39. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, you know. That's, yeah, in Unity, actually, if you're familiar with Unity, I was working on a project where there was needed to be these sketch materials. And in Unity, there's this OSL materials, which are like programmable materials, and there was just this code which was written, and there were perfect outlines, and yeah, that was just, I think that this coding is, and Redshift added these codable materials recently, so I guess there will be a lot of materials you can just simply download, and yeah, this image here, it's kind of the same, not the same, but it's kind of what the Redshift users use usually to show something. Yeah, you know, just find out. Okay, now, are you going to add fog or dust? That's a great suggestion, of course, but it's simply, you know, it's not the time, because the time is running out. You know, I need to finish this deep art project. Okay, now, so, oh, actually, this is finished. If you look at this, I remember there was this idea that the color of the water should be not nodes, but user nodes. Yeah, this is the one I created, not the one Cinema 4D creates, because I don't go by the rules, you know. I'm an artist. Oh, I'm actually not an artist. I'm an art genius. I'm sorry. Never call me an artist. Always call me an art genius. Okay. And you all, by participating in this, you're kind of becoming an art genius also, you know. So I'm gonna tell, if I don't know your name, I'm gonna tell, hello, art genius. For example, if I cannot pronounce your name, I will just say, oh, art genius is asking me this. Thank you for your question, art genius. So now, let me just stop talking about some crap and but make this into red, this water into red. Oh yeah, and that's done. You know, that's it. It's red. And now, when it's the brightest, it's gonna be white. And when the sun is down, at, let's say, this point, it's very simply gonna be very red. You know, and I'll duplicate this here, and it's the same thing. Not the same thing, but it's that's how it's gonna be. So yeah, now, given that this is already finished, and I really want to just add a little bit more something, fog is actually one of the easiest things you can do in Redshift is to add fog. And you just have to find this Redshift environment, add this, and in here in volume, you just increase this a bit. And as you can see, there's already fog. And that's it, you know. I kind of feel like this doesn't look as good as I would like it to look, but yeah, usually you can do, you know what you can do? You can create this extensions, materials, and tools. Noise volume, yeah. You can add this noise volume, I think, here, and you will instantly see that what is going on. Yeah, you need to make this higher, and you can see that this noise, it's uneven. Well, basically it's uneven. So maybe I can even do the same thing just for the sky, not for this one, but just for the sky. Okay. Does this do anything? Sun? Why is this not working? Does anyone know how to add this fog so that it's coming from the sun? Because it's not working for me at this moment. Need to cover your render sometimes, mister. Need to cover... What do you mean? What do you mean? Duplicate those fogs and upside down and put it on astronaut helmet. Which fogs? I don't think I can move them. Or do you mean this? Not this light, but do you mean this light here? And this noise volume, if you change the scale of this, I think you will be able to see how this noise volume works. Yeah, now you can see on the screen how the noise is kind of scaling down, right? And this, of course, this looks better than without noise, because, you know, in real life there's nothing without noise. So and actually I think this is it. You know, I wanna change this is kind of unnatural a little bit. Looks a little bit unnatural, this light here. I want to change this, not to, yeah, blue is better. And maybe, just maybe, I will duplicate this emitter to the other side, and I will change this to plus 180, and now it comes from both sides, right? And I think this mesher also needs to know that the water is coming from this also, and that it needs to mesh it, okay? And yeah, this is, I don't know how to comment on this. This is simply, oh, actually there's one more thing I need to do. I need to change this to object initial state set. And now I will render this out after, and I will try to, you know, make it so that it loops better. And I'm not gonna do this on screen now, because that would take a long time. Maybe, because there's always problems in rendering and render times and crashing and whatever. But maybe it's not, maybe not. It's only 39 frames. So yeah, thanks for being here and giving suggestions. And I'm gonna be posting this on my Twitter and Instagram at Mr. Anderson1. It's the same on Twitter and Instagram. I think Comic Sans will make society better. You know, it's a good suggestion. It's a good suggestion, but you know, I'm a little afraid that it's gonna. Do I have Comic Sans? Okay, yeah, it's a good suggestion. I'm not gonna say anything more. It's kind of good. It's I think it's important that you can read this, because I think you can read this. Is there anyone who came in and saw this and couldn't read it and was thinking, what's written there? But sometimes, if you can't read something, you're thinking, wow, what is there? And also this helmet, no one will know that this is a helmet. But this stream, I'm gonna post the link to this stream also, so that people can, see this and maybe, understand that the value of this art is much higher, just, because there is this astronaut. I will admit that there's no skull here, so maybe next time I will think about skulls more, and I will think about maybe add something from Daz Studio, because I feel bad because I said some mean stuff about Daz Studio, but it's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. So let me just try to render this at a very low resolution, something like this. So maybe we can get a little bit of a result while I'm just speaking. There's some errors here, invalid geometry. Who cares? Who cares about some invalid geometry? So let me just make this a little bit faster, because this is not gonna do. This is not gonna do. Yeah, this is gonna be okay. Yeah, so thanks for watching, thanks for the suggestions, and stream more, please. Wow, this is not, I don't know why I said wow, but yeah, thanks, Art. Your name is M.E. It's like Mr. E or me, or M.E. M.E. Yeah, so thanks for watching. It's really, I'm me. Okay, yeah, that's a very straightforward name, it's like a person when he's named Guy. There's a really popular, I don't know if it's popular, but there really are people whose name in America is Guy. For example, Guy Anderson, Guy, and he's a guy. So this is something similar to that. And yeah, I'm gonna post this again. As I already said, I'm gonna post this on Instagram, Twitter, and I don't know if I will be putting it on my foundation, because there are some things here. There's one artwork that I did sell, this one. As you can see, it was for 0.11 ETH, and this one is still not sold. This one is still not sold. This one is still not sold. I actually like this one, I don't know about the deepness of this, maybe it's not deep enough, maybe it's just not deep enough, so that's why it's not selling. But this one actually, I can, let's just say, I can brag a little bit that this was on, I think it was on Reddit, and it got really a lot of upvotes here. So I was hoping that it will sell, but as you can see, it's not sold. And on the other hand, I could put this artwork on this bakery, for example, because it's on Binance Smart Chain. It's much cheaper to put the artworks. And there's this. I think my profile is somewhere here. Featured art, yeah, Mr. Anderson. And as you can see, many of these are sold. The only ones which are not sold is this one and this one, and these ones are all sold. So, in the art world, it's, I don't know what to say. It's this one was sold very fast. So as you can see, it's probably very deep, and it gives you. I don't know why I'm just commenting on this, but I just wanted to I don't remember now why I was speaking about this, but someone said something about. Oh yeah, I said that I will be posting this on Foundation or whatever. So maybe I will. Let's see. It's just that maybe there's too much of. How much is it in like USD? Which one? Which ones? The polls are still 50. Oh, 10 votes, 50-50. But you know, this is also kind of sad and it looks too fast. Maybe, yeah, I will probably have to change the speed of the water so it's not so fast. Yeah, when I render this out finally. Because usually water is too fast. I don't know why. Maybe because the scale is too small. This is kind of a small object. You know, in the start of the stream I was talking about how scale affects simulations. Yeah. Now, are there any questions? How much is it like USD? Yeah, USD. Which one? You can see here it's 450. 467. Yeah. Well, you can see. Why am I trying to say it? And in these ones, actually, well, this guy is trying to sell this for 66.666 bake, and one bake, if I understand this correctly, one bake is $1.6. So he bought it for, I don't know, something like 400, and is trying to sell this for this much, you know. And this is also something very similar. So actually this one got some money from me because, as you can see here, it was traded for 690. Of course, this very famous number. And I think he traded it. Yeah, you can see that he bought it for 690 and flipped it and got something like 310 bake. You know, so you can get rich trying to buy and sell my deep art. Okay, deep art. Okay, so I am tired now. I've been speaking for a long time, and again, I will try to end this stream like for the 5th time. A question: How can I ask if any problem making cinema? Just okay. I'm gonna read this again. I have question: How can I ask you if I can get any problem making something in Symfony? Can you please ask that again? I'm using different words because I'm not sure if I understand exactly. What do you mean? Do you want to ask me some specific questions? Yeah, please follow me also here, because if this artwork sells at some point, you know, I'm gonna be ecstatic, you know. Ecstatic. If I get any problems while making something, yeah, you can write to me. You can contact me. Let's just say, let me think which is the best way. On Instagram, yeah. Maybe on Instagram, yeah. Okay, so this is how long? Oh, it was almost 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, thanks. And yeah, thanks for watching. This was very fun. Now I see why you're not making Peter's life. You know, Peter's life. I am not making Peter's life. I was just fishing for the USB and I was plugging it into my computer. And I have some USBs with some episodes, but I haven't uploaded them yet, so you will probably see some episodes soon. And DJ Ilza also. DJ Ilza also. Actually, if those who don't know, I have a Mr. Anderson channel. It's called Mr. Anderson. I don't know why it's not showing here, but yeah, it's called Mr. Anderson. And there's all kinds of shit there, so you can go there and watch them if you're interested. Yeah, so see you.